Hi guys, and welcome back to my video. So today's video is very casual, as you can see, just sitting here, and I wanted to give a little update. I started a series about beginning of September, and we were talking about kind of how to support families and also children that may be suffering from some type of disability or mental illness or something of that nature, who just need a little bit of extra encouragement, help, have an IEP in school, things like that. So Friday, this past Friday, marked the end of the first term, the first quarter, whatever you want to call it, at my son's high school. A little reminder, he just started his freshman year, and not only was it a new school year, it was also a new school. We transferred him. So he went from a school where there was about 100 in his class to there's over 300 in his class. So that was quite the change as well. I mean, this school has 3 lunch periods. It's a big school. So we have ended the first quarter, right? That's what you call it, first quarter. So first I'll give you a little rundown of his grades, which I'm actually very happy with. I mean, there's one grade that I'm not too happy with, but you know, what are you gonna do? Some of the basic things. He's taking a pre-algebra course, and he got a C in that. He's taking a transportation / small engines, kind of like a tech ed, but for engines, and he got an A- in that, so he really liked that class. Biology, he got a C. Study skills, which is like a study hall thing, they don't give a grade for that, but he does earn a credit for that. English, he got an A-, which is awesome. Ed, he got a C, and the grade that I'm not so happy with was government and society. He got an F. He failed it. So I've tried to explain to him that if he fails it again, he's going to have to figure out a way to make that up, because this is not middle school anymore. So that was kind of hard. That is his very last class of the day, and himself, his teacher, and I have all discussed, and at one point we were actually going to switch him to a different class, but that would mean having to completely flip his schedule around, and we didn't want to do that. So being that it's at the end of the day, it's right after Ed, he's very wound up, and a lot of kids in that class have a hard time settling down, and so his grade is reflecting that. We have taken him, he's completely off of a bipolar medication. That's very new, that just happened. We weaned him off, and he just finished that last week. We've started a new sleeping medication because he said he wasn't getting sleep at night. But we've really he's down to 2 medications to take before school, and he's down to 1 at night. So that is a good thing in my book. We did recently, I'd say in the last 3 weeks, it was brought to my attention about 3 weeks ago. I did not realize the extent until about 2 weeks ago. He's dealing with some bullying, and it's hard for me to get him to see that because he doesn't necessarily have the skills socially to know what is good friend, bad friend type of thing. And so it started, the first report that I got was he thought it was funny. He came home and he reeked of Axe, that body spray. And so he had told me he had been Axe bombed by this kid at school, and that it's just a thing they do, and he's a friend, whatever. So I'm like, well, it needs to stop. And literally 3 weeks later, he's still, his backpack and stuff is what got it, his binder. You could smell my child blocks away. I mean, this is very bad. Then 2 weeks ago, he came home and we were going through his binder and realized everything was soaked. I'm like, what in the world happened? He said the same kid had taken his binder during Ed and thrown it in the showers. So that was the last straw for me. I'm like, this kid is not good. He's causing trouble, and now he's causing actual damage to your stuff because they have an assignment notebook that they have to have with them, and that was completely ruined. You have to buy a new one. All the school supplies, folders, such things like that, ruined. Even the Trapper Keeper that he uses was ruined because inside is cardboard, and that got wet. So ended up having to go school shopping that night and get new stuff. But so I brought it up to the school's attention, and they, you know, of course, questioned everybody involved and whatnot. This kid apparently has stopped. And my son also still says they're still friends. And apparently this other kid even joked, oh, if you need a new Trapper Keeper, let me know. I can help you get a new one. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a healthy, good friendship. From what I understand about the other child, he's always in trouble. He gets lots of detentions, things like that. So I don't think that's a good influence on my son. And I try telling him that, but he says, well, Mom, you try and be at a new school and you just take the friends you can get. So hopefully as the time goes on, he learns and meets other people, and kind of a kid that he met during summer school this year that I thought was a good kid. He doesn't hang out with. He's picked these two naughty children, so we'll see how that goes. But no reports of any issues since I brought it to school's attention, and the school, brought it to the teacher's attention that was happening at, and things of that nature. And there's been none that I'm aware of retaliation. So it's been an interesting first quarter. It's been a trying first quarter. A lot of responsibility was put on him that he didn't have last year, the last school that he went to, and with it being middle school, they kind of coddled him and, really worked with him and would keep his homework for him so it didn't get lost and things of that nature. So this is the first year where he's actually had to write his assignments down, be responsible for his assignments. He doesn't have a whole quarter to get his assignments done. Once they're a day late, then they're automatically worth half credit, and so kind of learning that system and learning the teachers has been interesting. But I think overall we're doing okay. Like I said, that F in government I'm not too happy about, but hopefully we can, now the first quarter's over, we're going to have another meeting with the teachers since they're all new to each other, and sit down and do his IEP again and see if anything needs to be changed or implemented or taken out for that matter. So changed. I said that. So that is where we're at with that, you guys. I'm not sure when the next quarter ends. I believe we're in November now, so I would guess Christmas break must be around that time when they end it, because it's September, October. So November, December probably. Yeah, end of December must be when the next one ends. I'm not quite sure. But I will keep you in the loop. And of course, if anything crazy happens or something, I will let you guys know. But for now, we're just trying to continue to be his support. It gets trying at times because he's also in that age where you're not quite sure how much of it is him being a 14-year-old boy and trying to find his own way in the world, and what other aspects of it could be his diagnosis is. I'm not sure if I have told what his diagnoses are, other than saying that we did just take him off of his bipolar medication. That does not mean that was his diagnosis, by the way, obviously, because we took him off of that medicine. But I'm not sure when or if I will reveal to the extent of what his issues are, but he has diagnoses. That's really all that matters at the moment. Maybe I will try and get him to sit down and do a video maybe discussing how he feels it went or whatever. I'm not sure how well that will work, but maybe. Stay tuned. You might see that. I've got a couple other videos I'm going to film and work on here, and so hopefully you guys will see some more videos from me in the near future. And until next time, you guys, I will see you.